Hello everyone, welcome to my political journalism news channel. The story for today is half of the country's foreign reserves, equivalent to roughly $437 billion, all figures in AUD, have been frozen by Western sanctions imposed after the invasion of Ukraine, Russian Finance Minister Anton Silyanov said on Sunday. As a result, Moscow will repay creditors from countries that are unfriendly in rubles until the sanctions are lifted, he said. Credit ratings agencies would likely consider Russia to be in default if Moscow misses payments or repays debt issued in dollars or euros with other currencies such as the ruble or China's yuan. The default could drive the few remaining foreign investors out of Russia and further isolate the country's crumbling economy. The default could come as early as tomorrow, when Moscow needs to hand over $162 million in interest payments on dollar-denominated government bonds, according to J.P. Morgan Chase. Although Russia has issued bonds that can be repaid in multiple currencies since 2018, these payments must be made in US dollars. Russia has the money to service its debt, but cannot access it, she said during an interview on US network CBS. Last week, Fitch Ratings downgraded Russian debt, saying Moscow's willingness and ability to service its debts has been undermined and default is imminent. The ratings agency also warned that Russia may attempt to repay creditors in specified countries in rubles. Analysts at Capital Economics said that a default was already reflected in the price of Russia's dollar bonds, which have crashed to trade at just 20 cents on the dollar. But credit ratings agencies could declare Russia to be in default before that period ends if Moscow makes clear that it does not intend to pay. Russia last defaulted on its domestic debt when the country was plunged into a financial crisis by a collapse in commodity prices in 1998. Its most recent foreign currency default came in 1918 when Bolshevik leader Vladimir Lenin repudiated bonds issued by the Tsarist government. The Russian government has borrowed relatively little. J.P. Morgan estimates that it had about $55 billion of foreign currency debt at the end of last year, with about half of that held by foreign investors. The 2008 global financial crisis and the coronavirus pandemic showed how negative shocks can spread across the modern interconnected global financial system and economy. International banks are owed more than $167 billion by Russian entities, according to the Bank for International Settlements. European banks have over $116 billion total claims, with France, Italy and Austria the most exposed, and US banks owed $20.4 billion. Ms. Georgieva said Sunday that a financial crisis was unlikely to develop for now, saying that the exposure of Western banks was not systemically relevant. Even if Moscow halts payments to foreign investors on all sovereign debt, the roughly $83.27 billion default, including ruble debt held overseas, would be in the same ballpark as Argentina's in 2020, a non-event for markets. But analysts at Capital Economics warned that one major financial institution might be particularly exposed to Russian debt, which could cause broader financial contagion. That is all for today news. Thank you for watching to my channel. Please be sure to leave your comment and subscribe below for more news update.